We want the three of you to tell a scary story. A very scary story.
I take your body and turn it into little pieces. I'll hide the evidence and act like everything's fine. I take your body and turn it into little pieces. I'll hide the evidence and act like everything's fine.
The end. Oh, welcome back to Storytellers Month here on Nimrod Horror TV, and today I will be looking at kind of an early, anthology film. It's called Vault of Horror. Now, before I start reviewing this film, I own this movie on like the kind of like I guess you call it the dollar store or a budget DVD release, because I know some places sell this for like $5. I got it for $1. The thing with like a bunch of these dollar store movies, sometimes they put like just a random cover. Like this has 2 movies, but the one for Vault of Horror, it has nothing to do with the film. I guess you could say maybe like the mausoleum thing, but that's a stretch. So the basic story is this group of 5 businessmen, or what look like five businessmen, walk into this elevator together, and they find themselves going down to the exact same floor, which none of them press, and none of them can like change where it's going. And they go to like the basement or the vault, and they can't leave, so they decide, okay, let's just sit down, because like there's a round table there, there's some drinks set up, and there's 5 chairs, and there's 5 of them. So then one guy says, this is like a little bit creepy or something like that, and then he brings up one of his recurring nightmares. So that's kind of how like the whole story is set up. Like each of these guys are telling their nightmares or like a recurring vision, and they just kind of share it with each other. I'm not going to give out the ending to the whole thing. There's kind of a twist, but it's a twist you can see coming or you cannot see coming. It's not a huge twist, but out of the 5 stories, there's some pretty cool one. There's like a really kind of weak, kind of voodoo artist painter one. The last story, that one seems to drag a little longer. The rest of the stories seem to go by really fast. There's kind of a cool vampire film that's about this selfish guy who kind of kills who he wants, and until he runs into this town that's full of vampires, which he was unsure of. And then things change. And then there's a story of this like magician duo, and they're kind of seeking the world to find like the next big trick, and they're willing to do anything for it. Then there's a story about this weird controlling man who has put things in a certain way, and his brand new wife messes up those things, and he freaks out, So he has those kind of issues. And then there is a story. What was the freaking story? Apparently I can't remember what the other one was about. Guess it wasn't too great. It's probably just okay. I can't remember. And I was just watching it like 2 days ago. Anyway, so that's pretty much the story. Because I don't want to go in like a big detailed story. That's what I said in the last video. So
now tell me why you wanted to find me so badly.
Father died 4 weeks ago. I've been looking for you ever since. You're his heir, you know. You always were his favorite. He left you everything. For as long as you live.
Well, the film is directed pretty well for being kind of a low budget film. I think the character development's done pretty well, except for like the last story and I think one of the other stories. The character development has to be done very quickly, and they do it well for the most part. Some of it really good. Like that vampire story and like the controlling man story, I thought those were like the two best. And if those were longer stories, that'd be pretty cool. But this is a really entertaining anthology film. It goes by really fast. It's only about 88 minutes, and it's 5 stories. You know, that kind of weak voodoo one, you know, it's like you don't have enough time to really dislike it because it goes by pretty fast. It seems like it's longer than what it is. And I like the setup of these, you know, the guys coming down, share their visions. I thought that was kind of a cool way of presenting this scenario. There wasn't too much blood or too much violence. We'll wrap it up here. And I will give this it's definitely rewatchable. It's kind of multi-watchable, and because of that, despite that last story, but most of these films are going to have one story. It's kind of, I will give this a 7 out of 10 storytellers. See you guys next time.
And you? What's your dream? Why not his first?
My what? Dream, vision, phobia, obsession, fear, whatever you want to call it.
My dream is a very peculiar one. Very peculiar indeed.